Let's connect to our Ujjayi breath, aligning skull bones over sit bones. And to move deeply, deeply into heart center is to start to move into shared we territory, right? It's a place where we all can meet. Distance is not a factor. Time is not a factor. When we move into the heart sufficiently deeply, and it's here that we can be together. The movement, the practice we'll explore today is precisely that movement. It's a movement into relationship. A few ways this might play out. As an embodiment practice, right? One of the ways we do that is we move toward the sensation. We approach, we contact. Okay? So as sensations come up, can I approach that? Can I turn toward it? Right? And the other way is, can I connect to heart? Can I find the center of the chest? So not the center of the heart organ, it's the center of the chest. Can I inhabit that area? We'll start with rounds of Kapalabhati. If you want to switch the cross of your legs, you can do so now. So we begin about 50 pumps. Let's begin tip of the nose, bottom of the belly. When we resume Ujjayi breath, we'll work Surya Bedna. Surya Bedna is in one nostril, out the other. We're going to take this in the right, out the left. So it'll be one direction. You can select any hand, but we'll close the left nostril. Inhale till you feel full, complete. Exhale out the left. because we're going in the same direction as close the left, open the right. Again, inhale through the right. Exhale out the left. Let's do several more rounds on our own. Of course, we might start to discover which nostril, which sides are more open or closed. Usually we have a bit of a dominance. It can be easier to breathe from one side to the other. We'll make this the last round. So the question might arise, is there a difference if I do right to left, left to right? Yes, and you can certainly try that out at other times of the day. Okay. Let's move into right over left, seated spinal twist. I've got the sole of my right foot on the ground. My left leg is entirely against the ground. Good. Inhale, reach up with the left. Exhaling, hook that left arm over the right thigh. So in this initial twist, we can be getting a sense of the spine, the pressures, the torsions, the fluids around the spine. So this need not be a hard twist, just entering in sufficiently, connecting to breath, and the internal move here is, can I turn toward? So whether that's, can I turn toward feeling the spine? Can I turn toward the sensation of the twist? Or can I situate right in the center of heart? Depending on your shoulder, You can, with your left hand, either grab for the clothing or go for the interlock. So the interlock is feeding that left hand either between the legs or around the shin. Gently pressing the sit bones down. Inhale, telescope the ribs up. Getting that lift, that vertical movement. Exhaling, lightening up through the neck. And release. When we inhale, when we unwind, slide the right ankle over the left knee. So we're moving into shoelace. Okay. Now we're going to twist toward the right foot. So any buttressing, any propping up of the right arm, you can get that into play. Inhaling, reach with the right arm over the right foot. Exhaling, contact that right foot with hand or arm or armpit. We're just testing the waters. These initial moves, we're just testing the waters. Turning toward. And I 100% get it. There's days that sensation or in our body might just be much too much. So the question becomes, what can I turn toward? How do I still enact turning toward, moving into relatingness without overdoing it, overstepping? So maybe I can turn toward just 10% today. Perfect. And when we release, unwind. You may want to take a moment to straighten out the legs. And we'll be setting up the other side. So I tuck the right leg in along the ground. The sole of left foot, I step to the earth. Inhale the right arm up. Exhaling, hooking right arm over left thigh. And we get pretty specific that we're turning toward what's visceral. Turning toward thinking or ideas or inner talk isn't quite the same practice. So just as a clarifying point. Okay. Depending on right shoulder, I can reach with right hand and grab clothing, or I can go for interlock. You select. Maybe we find ourselves deep in heart's center. And release. Inhaling, unwind smoothly, carefully. Ooh, there's one more twist. Slide that left ankle over. And from shoelace, reaching the left arm over your left foot. Come on into the twist, twisting toward the foot. And it's a really fine point, but when we commit to a turning toward approach, a kind of internal movement, something I've found that if I can hear myself going, no, not today, find out what you can do, what you are willing to turn toward. It's a really important principle at play, which is if I can register, there's kind of a no, like boundary, not today, that's too much. And I bullheadedly approach anyway, it tends to reify those defense systems. So I actually make it harder to go there in the future. Right? So it's very important that the approach is done with curiosity, kindness, and gentleness. Good. Let's release. Inhale, please unwind. So let's lie on our back. We're going to do a little elbow to knee. We've got the hands behind the head, the feet off the ground. Inhale, the head and the shoulder blades up. I feel a breath in that low back. Then pause and curl the tailbone just a little bit, a little abdominal pressure. I feel that low back. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. Remember, the higher I reach, the easier it is on the back. The more like 45-degree angle I go, the more taxing it is for the abdominals. And then pull low belly down. Inhale, bend that left knee. I'm keeping the knees over the hips so I can keep or feel my back on the ground. Exhale, reach out through the right leg. Straight away from the hip socket, pull low belly down. Inhale, bend the right knee. Curl tailbone. Abdominal pressure helps you feel the spine. Exhale. Left leg out reaches. You can shift the elbows slightly toward your right thigh, as that will just create another little abdominal circumstance. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend that left knee. Breathing behind the abdominal wall. Curl tailbone. Exhale, right leg out reaches. Pull low belly down. And when you inhale, we'll continue. We'll just do 3 more per side. There it is. There you go. Yeah, you can. Good. Let's prepare the roll. Find your roll, your block. If you love challenges, and I can't really say this is a small challenge upgrade, it's kind of a big challenge upgrade, but if you love challenges, you can put a foam block between your ankles. It's not fun, but it's really interesting. Inhale into the low belly and the low back. Squeeze the roll. Curl tailbone. Exhale. Float the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. And finding those inner ankles, pressing up through the ball mounts of the feet, pull the low belly down away from the roll. Inhale, placing the head down. Squeeze the roll. Curl tailbone. Exhale, the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. Press up through the inner legs. Soles of feet towards sky. Pull low belly down. Inhale. We'll set the head down. There's a slight easing up on that roll pressure. And then re-squeeze. Exhale, curling the tailbone, just for fun. And stretch those inner legs toward the sky. So you're lifting up through both ankle bones. And if you are working with a block, you'll feel that little ankle bone connection. Pull low belly down. And continue on. There you go. Yeah. We'll do 5 more. Last 5 on your own. I will let you fall. Just information. something about when we work with the block, it's not necessary. But can help us distinguish those really deep, there it is, inner thigh, inner knee, inner groin muscles. And how the arch of the foot communicates right through the calf. There it is. Into that inner knee. Yes. Yeah. Good, good, good. And when you feel all of that building up, accruing in the hips and the legs. There you go. There's always an opportunity for turning toward. One of the things I'm appreciating in a very concrete way is the training of like moving with my head and my shoulders and my arms, as in wrestling to tackle someone, to take someone down, and just how many years of training it's taken to have that courage to really just head forward and in. So, you know, I keep doing the training with you. Sometimes it's really concrete, sometimes it's very subtle, but I promise you, I'm training with you. Let's turn on to a side and we'll set up for dolphin. Now this is entirely optional, but if you want to put a block at the foot of your mat, you can. What will the block help you do? It will help you feel and find the inner legs.
Which way do you have the block?
I stacked a couple of them up. So watch my feet, how they grab it. I've got it I think that's the 3-inch, 4-inch way. No, 6-inch way. Because I know that when my heels are off the ground, having 2 blocks can ensure my ankles get to a block. Now, some people's heels will go all the way to the ground, so 1 block may be sufficient. But I'm going with the 6-inch width. So it's this width between my ankles, if you can see that. But yeah, 1 or 2 blocks, just makeshift. We'll see what happens. And when your elbows and your knees are set up, exhale, let's come on into dolphin. The block is optional. It's just here as information. You know, when we contact, it's information. Sometimes in contact, I get to know how much I don't contact or how much I avoid contact, right? So these are just all plays in how do I perceive nearness, intimacy, relatingness. Now, if you do have block and you can get your inner foot or even your ankle bone to it, just give it a light touch, a light contact, so that you can feel how the inner legs become kind of light up in this pose. That's it, Joy. That's it. And what's really cool when because of that instrument, because of that block, you'll feel right away, you'll have more information about when the legs are enlivened and when the legs have that kind of fading feel. So there's an attentional energetic, kind of enduring quality that we get to have with that. Like maybe I can keep my ankles on the block for 3 breaths. Maybe 3 breaths becomes 4 breaths. Okay. It also gives me a way to explore the calves and the back of the knee with a bit more symmetry. And gently set the knees down. Okay. Now when we stand, hopefully all of that inner leg will keep following us into this next pose. We're working standing alternate twist. So if I'm standing on my left foot, my left hand grabs my right foot. My left hand grabs the outer edge of my right foot. You can use any wall that you want. Mm-hmm. I'm maintaining a feigned, an imaginal block squeeze between my ankle as I connect to breath. I'm pressing through those inner thighs, the inner knee, the inner ankle. And release by bending that right leg, setting it down. Other side. Right hand, grab outer edge, left foot. And when we release, we'll set that foot down. Now, if you have a section of wall, let's use it as we set up dolphin at the wall. And any area is great. Okay. You are welcome to kick up and work forearm balance. That will be up to you. I'll let you set yourself up. I'll talk through and go through dolphin on the wall. So I start about 5 or 6 inches from the wall. Same setup as before, elbows under shoulders, forearms out. And then on exhale, I press the knees off the ground. My heels skim the wall. Exhaling, pull the ribs away from the armpits. And when you're ready, inhale, step a foot up, hip height. Second foot, hip height. And if there's a lot of sensations and you don't know which one to turn toward, go right to the heart. So turning toward isn't like a bouncing back and forth and around. It's like turn toward. Turn toward. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yes, 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 yes. I'll take it just 3 or 4 more deep breaths. Using those inner leg, those leg muscles, those deep buttock pelvic muscles to draw, to move the pelvis away from the brain. Yeah, nice. There it is. That's the breath that goes all the way down in there. That's really cool. And of course, when you need to exit, step down, step down. Gentle release. Yeah. And then let's move back away from the wall. We'll take a wide stance. And we'll work some Agnisara. Inhale into the pelvis. Exhale swiftly, everything out. Remain empty. Draw the belly in and back and up. Let it go. Draw it in and back and up. Let it go. Draw it in, draw it back, draw it up. Let it go. Let's give ourselves enough chance to work 2 more rounds on our own. Okay? So take your time. They can be fast, they can be slow. We're going a step beyond just doing it, the performance of belly movement. And the belly movement may elicit sensation, feeling, emotion, memory. Can we turn toward whatever of those interior experiences we can recognize? And of course, when you're through with those 2 rounds, we'll just walk the feet together. And let's stand at the top of our mat. Inhale, draw the arms up. Sinking down through the heels and the inner legs. Exhale, fold forward, softening through the neck. Inhale, step the left foot back, lunge, knee up, heel up. So you may keep the hands down as you're reaching back through that inner ankle. The other option is walking the hands up or reaching them overhead. I would choose a different hand position just based on my back or my hip, the way they feel. Right toward the heart. Inhaling, set the hands down. Exhaling, step the right foot back, lower all the way down. Okay, set the hands forward, cobra. Inhale, pulling the upper back away from the mid back. Just creating some distinction, some articulation. Exhale, lower down, downward dog. Reset the hands. Press back, softening neck. Now, as we keep going through some of these lunge and leg variations, from time to time in this downward dog, find those inner ankles, reach those heels toward the earth. We'll use those legs to strongly draw the pelvis back so the entire trunk lengthens, the entire trunk. And you may feel that trunk lengthening as getting lighter in your shoulders and your wrists. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lunge. The knee is up, the heel is up. If you need steadiness, keep the hands down. And then what am I turning toward? Right? We're presuming that there is some object, something toward which to turn. It can be a sensation, it can be the heart space. Right? As we develop, we don't always have these interior experiences to turn toward. And hopefully, as we grow, there's these interior experiences, and we can actually start to relate in and with them. I start to relate to my feelings. I can start to relate to the sensations. Inhale, we'll place the hands down. Exhaling, we'll step back, we'll lower. Cobra, shifting the tailbone toward the earth. Inhale. Reaching those legs back. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Heels move toward the earth. So we're going to set up interlock warrior as we prepare for easy bird. We'll start by inhaling the right foot forward, exhaling right arm under right thigh, left hand behind back. And it's somewhere beside the right hip that will connect the hands. Maybe my back is achy today. And I start to get that, no, I don't want to go there with this pose. You're right. That is a good catch. But what of this would I be willing to turn toward? What would I be willing to feel, to investigate, to become interested in? What can I? We're just interested in the motion. We're not interested in how much of the motion. Okay, now here's the easy bird. Keep the hands connected. Inhale, we'll step that left foot forward. You can wriggle it, step it, walk it. Now, we're situated on that left foot. Begin to lift the right. Now, if you're near a wall, you certainly can reach out with that right foot and get a little support. Okay. There's a lot of signals presenting. Maybe I just land in the heart. There it is, exactly. Yep. Inhaling, we'll set that right foot down. Step the left foot back. And now release the hands. We're setting up pigeon. Please set the left knee down. Walk the right foot across, lying the right leg down. And we're working with some place in body. What would I be willing to turn toward? And some days, it feels quite necessary to turn toward a very easy experience. Like, I might have to just inhabit my hands to have a reliably steady, non-intense experience. This isn't about intensity, but this internal shift of, am I in relationship or am I, what am I contacting? It's just an interior play. There you go. Inhaling, walk the hands under the shoulders. Exhaling, go smoothly. We'll step smoothly back into downward dog. Inhale the left foot forward. We're moving into interlock warrior. So with the left foot stepped forward, the left arm encircles the left leg. The right hand reaches behind back. Easy bird. Keep the hands connected as you step the right foot forward. When that right foot is under your pelvis, we'll begin to stand. We lift the left foot, the left leg. Okay. Again, there might be a lot of sensations or signals, but we're just keeping contact just with one. Inhaling, we'll step that left foot down to the ground, the right foot back, and we move to pigeon, placing the right knee down, walking the left leg across, lying it down. And there's some artifact, some sensation, some experience that we can turn toward. And that can be as simple as and turn right back into the center of the heart. There's a really cool defining or pivotal, I think, development when we are becoming familiar with this interior terrain, our thoughts, our feelings, our sensations. We can stay with them, we can turn toward them, we can stay with them. And when other people are having their interior experience, not only do we allow them to have theirs, but we can stay with ours as they're having theirs. And then we can stay with ours and feel ours as they're feeling theirs. And we can feel them having theirs as we sense ours. Right? This is infusion. This is like when I get really steady in my interiors become yours and yours become my interiors, right? Inhale, walk the hands under the shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. So there is a kind of an ecology or an interiors or an emotional hygiene, which I think is an important consideration. Yeah. Inhale, let's step both feet forward and simply arrive at standing. Okay, I want to provide some options, and this will be largely based on how much wall space you may have and how much you're able to kick up. So if you have the wall space, we'll be working, what's that called? Windshield, bug on a windshield. I'll show you that. we come at it from a vertical splits. You might like to think of it as pigeon plus handstand on the wall. And it's the motion to the other side, which just looks like a windshield wiper. So let me just show you the going in, and then I can discuss some other options because it kind of demands a lot of wall space. So let's say I walk my left leg all the way up the wall. My belly is facing the wall. Okay? So I just start by bending the right knee, and I really am working this like pigeon. I'm lifting up through my straight leg heel. Okay? I can just kind of work the legs in these circular kind of ways. Okay. So the circle stuff, that's just fun. Now, that takes a lot of real estate. So other options include working half lotus handstand. So let's presume for a moment you can or you do kick up into handstand. Then when you kick up, half lotus is getting one foot to the thigh. Reach up through the inner leg. And you'll do both sides. Okay. One more item, because I know not all of us will be kicking up. If you are not kicking up, choose emergence. So downward dog on the wall, I step the feet up, and I use foot and press against the thigh bone. I'm using all my inner leg power to elevate my hips toward the sky. I'm here for you. Just wave, make some visual noise or auditory noise, and I'm happy to help. We'll work both sides, 5, 6 breaths a side. Here you go. And so the inner left leg that straight leg, no matter where you are, the straight leg is kind of plucking me up toward the sky. So all that inner leg stuff is coming into play no matter which version. That's it, Joy. Now reach to that inner right thigh, Joy, all the way to the ball of the foot. Yes, 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 there it is, there it is. You feel how the whole tailbone, the whole pelvis kind of uplifted. That's wonderful. Inner right ankle, Crystal. Inner right, the straight leg, follow the straight leg all the way up and feel that inner ankle bone, inside ankle bone, lifting up away from your groin. It's the arch of the foot. Now use those legs, Crystal. Reach that left kneecap up, up and away. Yeah. It doesn't make rational sense or mechanical sense that legs in the air connected to not a lot should be able to pick me up, but that's precisely the move. The internal action is I get enough feeling zest, juice, moving through those legs. And there's this little pick-me-up. Not a problem. All right. So if you are starting to wrap up that inversion stuff, we'll move back to away from the wall. We'll step directly into a warrior two stance. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Open up the hands. And exhaling, slightly shift the tailbone down. Grow the neck bones, the skull bones toward the sky. Here's the really wild thing about this interiors work. As I'm getting familiar with my interiors, these are my thoughts, these are my sensations, these are my implicit, memories and understandings and beliefs. As I may not be able to know that you see me yet, that you understand my interiors, that you feel my interiors, that I may not be, it's new to me. Oh my gosh, all of these beliefs, all of these feelings, all of these things are coming up. Oh my gosh. I may not yet know that you can see that in me. Reverse warrior. Inhale, we'll go right hand to right thigh. Raise the left arm. I'm sure we've all had that feeling, right, where I can see this. I can feel this so clearly. Why can't you? Can you? And so I just want to say, have the hope or the notion that maybe we can. Maybe there is someone that can. We're not alone. Inhale, bring that left arm up and over. When we set the hands down, we're setting up for pigeon, twisting toward the foot. So I place the right knee down. I walk the left foot over and lie the shin down. Now the position becomes a little bit important here. About a right angle in the left knee, a 90-degree angle, left knee. The right leg might be bent. I'm reaching for the foot. Left hand gets it, or maybe the armpit gets it. And I turn toward, because as I keep turning toward, what am I feeling? What can I turn toward? The heart, a sensation, is it a certain attitude? As I turn toward, I start to build that staying power that lets me remain in my interior experience as you are having your interior experience. So there's a kind of a muscle that's being built as we stay, as we turn toward, as we stay, as we stay. Release. Inhale, unwind. Hands under shoulders. Exhaling, slip back gracefully into downward dog. Allowing the heel bones to melt toward the earth. And if they are in full contact with earth, great. And engage the quadriceps and move the leg bones away from your nostrils. Now feel if that gets lighter in your wrists, lighter in your shoulders, legs. You have the power to do a lot. The leg power that you exercise in this downward dog, how light you can get on your wrists, is foundational training to things like piking and drawing and stepping oneself up and down into handstands. So there's a lot of corollary benefits to working the legs powerfully here. Here's the other side. Inhale the right foot forward, warrior two. Exhaling, we'll shift the tailbone gently down and the neck bones, skull bones, float, lift up. I keep turning back toward the heart, turning back. Reverse warrior. Inhaling, left hand to leg, right arm reach up. Exhaling, lift. Press through that right heel and midfoot. There you go. And that'll give you exactly that buoyancy in the right side, exactly. And inhale, take that right arm up into over. What do we got? Pigeon from here. Okay, I'm going to set the left knee down. If I'm wrong, I'll be looking to you. All right. So walking the right leg over, twisting pigeon toward the foot. All right. Might be the hand, might be the armpit. And maybe I can't handle the armpit today. Maybe that's too much. Okay? I don't want to just keep battering on my defense systems. I don't want to keep eliciting no, resistance through the body. So I back out so I can practice the move of turning toward without, that grievance or that resistance. Right? Soft, gentle, gradual. And inhaling, when we walk our hands back under the shoulders, exhaling, smoothly press back, downward dog. All right. There's one more set of options for us today. So please set the knees down, rest. I'd like to tell you about our specials today. We have two brand new items on the menu. One is Tittihbasana, which I'll show you with blocks and a wall. And the other is if you're kicking up into handstand, you'll practice piking down. Okay? So if I have, let's say, some blocks, I would put them up against the wall for support. I take the crouch position. I'm sitting on the blocks. And initially, I'd tuck my arm under my thigh, and my hands are shoulder width. I could practice working one leg at a time. That seems to be a very breathable on-ramp. And gradually, I'll work two legs, squeezing and pressing out. I may float off the blocks, and I may even float away from the wall. Okay, so that's item one. It's nice to work this if you're not confident about the kicking up portion of handstand. If you are kicking up in a handstand, you'll practice coming down. So the kick up, let's see. We'll see what stage this is in. I like to pike down from straddle. So once I get up, it's important to put the butt against the wall and to keep leaning the back, the low back, some a little close, toward the wall. So I'm sitting and I keep moving with my abs, my low back to the wall, my mid back to the wall. I'm just controlling that descent as much as I can. I'm squeeze hugging my thighs right up into my Tittihbasana. So it's like I'm thinking, how would I get my thighs into Tittihbasana from handstand? Okay. All right. May we? Take your time. We've got plenty of time to play. And if I can see your body, I can help your body. If I can't see your body, I might just be helping your invisible body. There you go. Yeah, I get the... For sitting on that block, it's nice to have at least two. You might need 3, 4, 8. Get all that you need under there. Have a steady bench. Yes, hands shoulder width, Joy. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, I missed my, there you go. There, I think that's better. There you go. Good, good, good. Hold that. Press that out through the foot. And breathe. Yep, and you gotta keep pulling that arm back into the leg so it doesn't get wonky on the shoulder. Really strong arms. Nice, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Good, big inner leg squeeze. Yes, yes. If you're just doing one side, make sure you do both. There you go. Nice. That's it. That's it, Joy. That's it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Squeeze inner thighs. Oh, you got it, you got it, you got it. It's all leg squeeze. It sounds non-rational, but I promise. Squeezing the legs and pushing those arms right back into the legs is the key. There you go. Nice, nice. We're flying. Yes. All right. There is no rush to conclude, but if you feel like you've done everything that your grip, your strength will allow you to explore, just come on back to a place where you can be seated and where you would like to take your rest. And then inhale, reach the palms out to the side for a little wrist relief. That's really simple. It's making a fist. So I'm getting all of these muscles of the hand to not only articulate, but to really squeeze. I'm curling each finger as individually as possible. The articulation helps move those joints and joint fluid. And then wrap the thumb around, and the thumb is where we get a lot of our juice. So use that thumb and pull those knuckles down. So the stretch or the relief comes by way of the top of the wrist being kind of drawn down. And we'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, open up the hands. And then exhaling, reach out through the fingers as independently as possible. Some of those fingers may feel like they're programmed together. They move as a unit. Pull those knuckles down. Final one. Let's prepare for Shavasana. So when you're ready, lie back. And we allow our breath, that ujjayi sound, to diminish, to really just become a fraction, a teeny tiny fraction of what we were breathing with through our pose practice. We can feel the gentleness, the fineness of the breath. And we follow that fine, fine breath right into the center of heart. And this is the heart space, the center of the chest. the very personal qualities and artifacts in the heart, they become transparent as we turn toward them. They become less object and more transparent. Less of something to treat and more of something that's there and just does not bother us. It's part of the landscape. And this frees us up. This frees us up to reside in the heart as others reside in the heart. And we can meet each other there. When you're ready, bend knees. Turn to a side. Press to seated. Namaste.